Hey everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. I'm starting a new video today, something I'm going to be doing from now on. Today I want to show you what I have been working on crochet wise. Those of you who have been with me all along know I decided for this year I wanted to learn to crochet. So I started crocheting on January 1st. It is now March 6th or 7th when I'm filming this. I can't remember if it's the 6th or it's the 7th. Anyway, I've been crocheting. The only time I didn't crochet is I recently had COVID. And COVID pretty much, it knocked me out for a couple weeks. And there was a lot of time in there I didn't crochet, but I did crochet there after I had started feeling better, but before I started filming again. I did start doing some more crochet. So what I'm showing you, I think, is probably, I don't know, the last month maybe. Yeah, maybe a month, maybe. On my Try to Get Ready With Me, I have been showing you what I've been crocheting. But I decided just to do a separate video. Now, for those of you who are new here and are interested in the crochet, I will have more crochet content. If you're here for the beauty, you don't have to watch the crochet content. That's why I'm going to put it in something different. But I would appreciate it if you would watch. I mean, this is my life, and that's what this channel is morphing into. It will still be beauty, but it will be all kinds of things. So, those of you who are new, this was my first little amigurumi, and I followed along with somebody on YouTube. I'll look that up and try to link it below. But yeah, this was my first amigurumi, and I'm keeping her because she's my first. She sits here on my desk, and yeah, she just stays with me. She looks happy. I need to name her. I need to come up with a name. Anyway, so let me show you what I've been doing, and I'm going to show you in order because I think with each piece I crochet, I think I'm getting better because I am teaching myself. I just jumped in with both feet, started with not a basic pattern. I went with an intermediate pattern, and I just learned as I went. So let's get started. First of this I have in front of me, the first one I did was, I think you guys saw my Queen Elizabeth II. I did a Vincent van Gogh. I also did a Monet, a Claude Monet, but I didn't show you guys him. He turned out okay. I didn't follow an actual pattern for him. I kind of made it up myself. I think he looks fine, but he just looks like an old man holding a flower. If you don't know who Claude Monet is, you wouldn't get it. You would just think it's an old man with a flower. In fact, my son thought it was a, was it Colonel Sanders? And I'm like, no, but that's an idea if you want to make a Colonel Sanders doll. But yeah, so I didn't bother showing you guys him. But in that same vein of doing actual characters, I did Queen Elizabeth I. She is so much bigger than my Queen Elizabeth II. She is almost double the size. She took me over a week, and I still am not done with her. She's supposed to have a cape, and I just said, you know, man, I'm not selling this. This is one I'm just going to keep for myself. I'm done with her. I'm done. But I'm not really. I'll tell you my plans. But here she is. She's got the collar. The collar didn't turn out that great. It's going down here, but it's going up here. But, you know, for my first time doing something totally different, I think she's fine. I find with me, if I do it once, same with when I'm cooking, when I'm making a recipe. I'll follow the recipe the first time. And then as I'm making it, and as I'm tasting it, and as I'm making these, I've got the thoughts in my head how to tweak it for me. So mainly the toys I'm making first time around are going to be for me, or I will share them with family. But if I make her again, which I don't know if I am, because she takes forever. Look at this. You not only knit the body, but then you knit the, crochet the body. You crochet the dress onto the body. Look at this dress. Look how ornate it is. What I'm going to finish her with, and I'll show you later on, because I have not unpacked my craft supplies, because when we moved here, I just put all my craft stuff in a closet. And I have come to the rationalization that my sewing basket with my needles, my thread, it's in one of those boxes. And I haven't felt like pulling them out. I've got to pull all my craft supplies out to find my sewing supplies so I can bedazzle her. I'm going to put pearls, because you guys know, those of you who don't know, I have an Etsy shop and I sell vintage jewelry and I sell ornaments and things that are decorated with vintage jewelry. So I have pearls, I have rhinestones. So I'm going to bedazzle, I'm going to put pearls, I'm going to put rhinestones. She's going to be all jeweled up when I'm done. I'm even going to put some into the dress. Then I'll decide if I want to try to make another one. I would have to get the collar right though. The collar is not where I exactly want it to be. But anyway, I think she turned out pretty good though. And after I bedazzle her, I'll show her to you. So anyway, I'm going to lay her down here. And then the next thing I made was this bunny. And I named him Rupert. Doesn't he look like a Rupert? Oh, as I was making him, I was just falling in love with him. He's got little pants on. Rupert, I thought, you know what? I could sell Rupert. He's good enough to sell, until I ran out of the yarn. And I had to switch yarns. So his gray is two different kinds of yarn. One is a cotton and one is a blend. Now, you might think, well, you can't tell. You can tell with his legs. This is the cotton leg. This is the blend. It's the exact same pattern. This leg's got lymphedema. So he's going to stay with me. I do think I'm going to make more of the bunnies. And I am going to do different colors in the outfits. I definitely want to make more of the bunnies. And I will have them for sale in my Etsy shop when I have enough. When I have enough supply to list. I don't like to just list one thing. So when I get a few things together, I'll start listing. But yeah, this is the bunny. I absolutely love him. I just wish his leg hadn't have done this. But you know what? For me, I don't care. He's going to live with me. He's going to stay with me. I think it turned out pretty good. I love this bunny. I didn't put his tail on. You're supposed to put a pom-pom tail. I don't have a pom-pom maker. And I thought, well, you know, he's just going to live with me. I'm not going to worry about it. But when I do make him to sell, I am going to get a pom-pom maker so I can make him a bunny tail. But there we go. That's Rupert. Next, I made Perry the penguin. And here's Perry. And I think he's the first one I'm actually going to list when I get ready to list. He turned out good. For my first time, Perry the penguin turned out good. Now the pattern, he was supposed to have a cape. I started that cape and frogged it. That's when you rip it all, take it all apart again. I did that 4 times till I finally said, okay, I'm not getting this. I'm not totally, you know, really into wanting to make that cape. So I just made him a scarf. I freehand a scarf. And I thought, that's just as good as the cape. So there we go. And I call him Perry the penguin. And I just love how he turned out. He turned out perfect. He turned out perfect. So Perry will be going into my Etsy shop when I get ready to list crochet items. So there we go. That's Perry. Next, this is so cute. I think I'm going to list this one as well. This one doesn't have a name. It's a dragonfly. Oh, isn't she cute? I would think it's a she. I would think it's a she. Yeah. I mean, her eyes are not even. You know, one's sticking out farther than the other, but I don't think that's an issue. I don't think it's an issue at all. Her wings are curling up in the pattern. They did not. They probably need to be blocked. That's where you wet them and stick them with pins and stretch them out so they'll dry, you know, flat. But I'm like, I don't think that's needed. I really don't think that's needed. I'm going to make more of her. I do want to sell these. I want to do different color patterns. But this is what the pattern called for. I printed my pattern out in black and white ink, and I couldn't remember her colors. So I went ahead and did the colors that the pattern said. So now I know, kind of get a feel of what's what. So I'm thinking I'll make a pink one, a blue one, a green one. Green and blues would be pretty, wouldn't it? So there we go. I don't have a name for the Dragonfly, but I think she turned out great. So there, I think I'll probably list her too. And then the one I currently finished, I will not make another one of these. I will find a different hair. It's the hair. Let me show you. Well, there's a couple of issues with this pattern. I bought this pattern on Etsy, and it's for a mermaid. Now, she worked up great. The top, I followed exactly. The top's too small. So if I do it again, I'll make sure I do different on the top. But this hair took 2 days just to crochet. And then I had to sew down, and I actually glued with fabric glue also, just to make sure this hair stays on. It's pretty, but I wouldn't do it again. I would find a different way to do hair. The whole mermaid took a day, but the hair, and then the hair took a few days. It took a couple days at least. I mean, and it was mindless crocheting. So when I mindless crochet, I crochet faster, and it took a couple days to crochet that hair. Oh, but another problem I have with this pattern is this neck. In the pattern, you crochet this piece that goes down supposed to stabilize the neck. It does not. She either needs some sort of rod put in there, which you wouldn't want to do with a child's toy. I know why they crocheted a piece, stuffed it really tight, and then stuck it in the body. But it's not enough. It's not enough. If somebody wants a mermaid, or if I decide to do a mermaid again, I'll look for a different pattern. Actually, I think it would. But she turned out okay. She I think is going to go. I'm going to send this to my brand new niece, my great niece, my niece Emily, who's like a daughter to me, had her baby girl. And I think I'm just going to send this mermaid for the baby. I mean, it's, yeah, I think she won't play with it right away, but I think I am going to send it to her to have. But there we go. That is my current things. I am working on something so stinking cute right now. I can't wait to show you guys. That'll be in another video. I'm getting faster. I'm making things quicker. These two, look out, they will be on in my shop when the time comes. When the time comes. And everybody else, oh, I love this bunny. And the queen. Now see, the queen's head, she's very stable. She's stable. And I don't think her head was sewn on separate. I think it's, no. It's continuously crocheted. And so is this one. So I'm not sure why I stuffed it and stuffed it and stuffed it. I tried. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. That's everybody. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I really would appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe. Any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.